So you're thinking about moving away from California? Why in the world would you ever want to do that when you've got the beach, the sand, the blue skies, the perfect weather? I tell you what, we are here in Newport Beach. I absolutely love this area. It's one of my favorite spots in the whole world. I'll tell you a little story about it later on in the video about coming here as a kid, which we did quite often. And so my family's actually from Costa Mesa and Santa Ana area. And so, yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later on, but in this video, we want to do a direct comparison. So I figured while I'm here, why not go check out some real estate, right? Let's see what you can get for $600,000 and $700,000 in Costa Mesa versus Dallas, Texas. And we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Dallas, Texas, even though we're here in California right now, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Dallas. My name is Levi. You know, my partner Travis and the team and I, we get calls and emails every single day from people just like you and you and you and you looking to make their move to Dallas. We absolutely love it. And whether moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. So I'm trying to walk through the sand right now, so if I stumble and bumble around, then you'll know why. But I tell you what, absolutely love Newport Beach, the Huntington Beach area, basically all of Orange County. Look at the really cool homes back here. Ours, where did ours go? Well, it's right over there. We got one of those places just right there on the beach. Have been enjoying that for the last couple of days. Actually came here to LA for a YouTube conference, and so that was really cool. You know, I'm always trying to learn a little bit more about YouTube so I can make better videos for you guys. So it was amazing. Got to meet some of my favorite creators, actually. That's what was really cool about it, is it was a creator conference. So a lot of people that I watch their channels and get ideas from, not just in real estate, but other channels as well, because you can learn something from everybody. Then it was really a great opportunity to meet some of those people and get to know them better. So that was awesome. So we figured, why not come out here to Newport for the weekend? So when in Rome, why not see the rest of it, right? And so we bopped down here to Newport Beach. Yeah, I used to come here as a kid. I'll tell you that little story later on. But again, we're going to show you a couple of different homes in a couple of different price points and do a direct comparison of what you can get here in Costa Mesa versus Dallas, Texas. I think you're going to find it quite interesting. Now, I know if you're coming from this area or you're in California, you'll probably say, all right, you picked those houses, wasn't a fair representation. I don't know. I just really picked a couple of houses that were the closest to here from the beach because I didn't want to spend all day out and about, honestly, really. So I just thought, let me find a couple of homes quickly. I tried to stay as low as I could so I could get a lower price range. But I tell you what, Costa Mesa, not the least expensive place in the world. Well, let's just say that. But it's interesting, but still, what you can find here for what you can get in Dallas, Texas, you probably already know the outcome of what's going to be, but it is quite interesting. So we'll definitely check that out, but we'll get through this quickly. Only got a couple of homes, and I want to get back to hanging out and enjoying some time here. So with that, let's go check out the first house. All right, so here we are in Costa Mesa, and this property right here, right behind me, is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's listed at $685,000. It's right at 1,200 square feet, so that's going to put the price per square foot right around $569. Imagine that. And this was built in 1977. And as you can see, this is what $685 is going to get you in Costa Mesa. Now, here's the deal on that situation. I mean, I absolutely love Costa Mesa. My grandparents are from here, and so we used to come back here all the time. It's not on the beach, but it's pretty close to it. It's only about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on which way you go. Actually, it borders Newport and Huntington, and I realize, yes, if you're from California, my geography may be slightly off, so if you butcher me in the comments, that's okay. I get it, but I'm just trying to help paint a picture here that, you know, it's kind of like Costa Mesa, then Huntington, then Newport on the beach. But otherwise, you know, this is, you know, $569 a square foot. We're going to look at a couple of more. Most homes here in the area in the 600 plus price per square foot, and that's on the low end. Now think about that when we're showing you homes in Dallas for $150 a square foot. That is a huge difference. But you can see here, I mean, otherwise it's a nice community, but at the same time, $685. Wait until you see what that's going to get you in Dallas, Texas. Let's go check it out. All All right, so now we're coming up on our first stop here in Frisco. So you can see what $685,000 will get you right here in Frisco, Texas, which is of course north of Dallas. You'll see in the neighborhood, you can probably already tell, single family home. First of all, that's a key point. But look at this house. This is a 5-bedroom, 4-bath. It's 3,688 square feet. It was built in 2000. It's almost on a 10,000 square foot lot. Now think about that compared to what we just saw in Costa Mesa, California. Not even a single family home, but and this has 3-car garage as well. So you get 3-car garage, you get almost a 10,000 square foot lot. It's absolutely 2010. I mean, only 11 years old. Look at that. And then look at your neighbors. Look at everybody around here. Nicely manicured lawns. You can see there's good space in between these houses in this neighborhood. That's the thing about Frisco. Some of the homes in these neighborhoods are a little close together, but you definitely don't usually find 10,000 square foot lots in Frisco. But you know, you are up in the 685 range as well, so that is gonna help things out. But I mean, even look at your neighbors across the street, really nice homes. But again, you got this 3-car garage. I don't even know, I don't think they have a 3-car. They've got one. So it just depends on the houses in here, but still, this is a direct comparison, as you can see, what 685 will get you in Cali versus Dallas, Texas, Frisco, Texas. And I tell you what, that's a drastic change. We had my grandma Beth, who's not with us anymore. She lived in Costa Mesa, and I used to love going there. I always loved her backyard. She always had these cool flowers and succulents and all kinds of things. I'd go back there, but could always just ride our bikes over to the beach. She bought her house for $40,000. $40,000. Whenever we sold it for her, and moved her to Texas so we could take care of her towards the end of her life. And we sold that house for $1 million. So, and that was 10 years ago. So that's a big difference, all right. Compared to, she made out well. That was a good investment, right? But we used that money for her retirement, of course, hospital bills, things like that. But otherwise, she fought hard until 97, and then my other grandma, lived in Santa Ana. So. But I tell you what, and she lived in a little house as well. We did the same thing, sold her house. I think she bought it for maybe $20,000 back in the day, and I think we sold that one for like $300 or $350. Santa Ana's a little bit of a lower price point, at least it was back then. That was probably about 15 years ago. So, but otherwise, this is what you'll get here in Frisco, Texas for $685. Again, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,688 square feet, 3-car garage, 10,000 square foot lot, built in 2010. I mean, where can you go wrong there? But the main thing is now we're gonna scoot back over. We're gonna hop in our little plane, jump back over to Orange County, and we're gonna bump it up. Let's check out the $795,000 range, and then we're gonna get in our plane and come back to Dallas and close up shop there, so we can do a direct comparison on that price range as well. So, you ready? Well, let's go. All right, so check this out here. We are in Costa Mesa, which, by the way, let me give you some stats, and I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So this house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,190 square feet. It's listed at $795,000, built in 1955. The price per square foot is around $668 per square foot. And if you look around in the neighborhood, pretty similar as far as probably the same square footage. A lot of these single story look like the exact same design. But I tell you what, this, let me move out of the way here a little bit, that tree's in the way. This home right here, this is what you're getting for $795,000 in Costa Mesa. Now, we are pretty close to the beach, and here's the story, is that my family is actually from this area. So my grandma Beth, lived in Costa Mesa here, just right around the corner. My other grandma Anna, lived in Santa Ana. and my parents are, you know, from this area, from the Huntington Beach area. We used to always come back here, you know, in the summertime. We would, if you've ever seen National Lampoon's Vacation, that was us. We would get in the van, drive cross country, stop in New Mexico, Arizona, at the Grand Canyon, at Carlsbad Caverns, every little campsite. And we didn't stay in hotels, we stayed in actual campsites. So that was fun. And that, it's not like the tents today where you just pull them out of the box and they pop up and it's super easy. Like we had to actually build those tents and piece them together, and they had 100 different little rods that never fit together. And if you traveled or camped in the 80s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it was, I look back and it was really a lot of fun back then. But you know, at the time, of course, we always thought, oh, this is terrible. But anyways, so that's it. Now let's go check out a $795,000 home in Dallas, Texas. All right, so we're at the next stop here in Frisco, and we're getting a little sun starting to poke through here. But yeah, it's there it goes. There it comes out a little bit here. But a little bit of an overcast, a little bit of a cloudy day today, but otherwise, but we're right here. This is a really nice community, right off of Main Street, right off of Cotton Gin Road, and a lot of new stuff around here. But I tell you what, once you see this house that you can get for $795,000 compared to what you just saw, I mean, look at this. This is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath. It's 4,008 square feet. They had to squeeze in just that extra 8 square feet, all right? So 4,008 square feet. It was built in 2016, so still relatively new, only 5 years old. 3-car garage. I mean, the brick and the stone mix, which again, very popular here in Texas. It's got the corner lot over here. I would say probably the downside is you got some apartments right here. You got some townhomes over here. This is just a kind of a mixed use community. However, you know, everything's in the upper price range here. So they're just trying to spice it up, you could say, by throwing a little bit of everything over around here. But everything's still going to be on the upper end of the price range. But still, $795,000 for 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. Compared to what you just saw in California, yes, they've got blue skies and ocean, but that's exactly what you're paying for there. So you can see some of these other homes out here. This is a pretty new community, kind of like a master plan community as well. You see they've got a nice open area, probably let the dogs run around here. Nice gazebo right over there, and otherwise nice wide sidewalks. You can walk all around, and even on the streets, nice and clean. But overall, this is a great community. It's just it's close to everything, right off the tollway, not too far from whatever you need. And of course, that's what everybody loves about Frisco, is everything's right in your 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, you don't have to drive around. Every community is close to something. It's pretty well planned out. Again, as we mentioned before in other videos, that you have, you know, Frisco's overall a master planned suburb. Really, whenever they started to build it out, they put a lot of good things in place, some restrictions, but also things to just kind of help keep everything in line, everything kind of, you know, not cookie cutter, but really just, and not uniform, but consistent is really the word for it, consistent. And so all the commercial buildings, everything's like that, you know, tend to have a certain look. And it's a lot like the, you'll see some of those stucco strip malls. We've shown you some of those, but they're going to be nice, well laid out. Some Mediterranean, most of the sections of town, they just do a different kind of theme, but it all kind of just plays into one, so it's really nice. So that pretty much, whoa, all right. You gotta watch out, keep your eye out for traffic, right, when you're walking around shooting videos. He was jamming though. But anyways, that pretty much sums up the comparison between California and Dallas, Texas, Costa Mesa, California. Let me clarify that. And I know some of you are probably going to hammer me in the comments below and say I picked the most expensive. It just happened to be the closest spot where I was at. And I found the 2 closest homes. I didn't want to spend too much time away from the beach. So those were the 2 closest spots I could find. And anyways, but still, price is price. So regardless of where they're at, we're in what you would call a pricier area of Dallas. I mean, Frisco, you've got price ranges. I guess I could go to Highland Park, but anyways, it's all in good fun. But anyways, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. And until next time, well, we hope to show you around town.